Misty and Derrick in the morning. Good morning. It is 6:22. High today, getting all the way up to the low 90s with a 50% chance of rain. Should be a beautiful day today.
Coming up next, we do have kids trivia. It's the kids' chance to win a whole fun day at Fun Zone, a Happy Meal from McDonald's, and they even get a 6-pack of Sprite or Fanta Orange from Coca-Cola of Dothan. And like Derrick says, they can put their little name on it in the refrigerator and tell everybody, don't touch this. This is mine.
That's mine.
I want it.
First, it is a Wacky Wednesday. Whack, whack.
We got lots of wacky stories to tell you and interesting facts. Like, did you know this, that a bear became a corporal in World War II? A bear. So it happened in World War II. Members of the Polish Army's 22nd Artillery Supply adopted a little bear cub named Wojtek. So the soldiers looked out for him and even gave him rank as private, right? Private bear. In 1944, this bear returned the favor, helping to move ammunition during the Battle of Monte Cassino in Italy. And for his service of bravery, he then became promoted to corporal, a bear.
He had a little suit on,
Yes,
a little hat.
a little hat.
No
Yes.
pants, because bears don't wear pants.
They do not wear pants.
Also, President Andrew Jackson is buried with his head resting on the Constitution. This is something that he put in his will. He wanted this to happen. He said, I want to have my head resting on a copy of the Constitution, and I want you to wrap me in the American flag. And he was buried in Greenville, Tennessee. That is President Andrew Jackson. His last wishes were granted.
Wow. Okay, and then this. We all know about the Titanic, right? But did you know that an author of a book predicted the sinking of the Titanic 14 years earlier? Check this out. In 1898, Novello, the guy, wrote a book called The Wreck of the Titan. Yes.
As like fiction, nonfiction?
Yes.
Okay.
He wrote a fictional book about an unsinkable British ocean liner named Titan that sinks after hitting an iceberg in the North Atlantic. Wow. And even more uncanny, just like the 1912 sinking of the Titanic, the Titan didn't have enough lifeboats for all of its passengers.
14 years earlier.
14 years earlier. Ooh, we're in the Matrix, people. We're in the Matrix.
And here's one cool story. Cool American Doritos are sold in Sweden. We call them Cool Ranch here. They changed the name to Cool American because ranch dressing is not very popular there. And they're like, we're not eating that. So they're like, how about Cool American? Cool American chips in Sweden. Misty and Derrick in the morning. Good morning. It is a Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
We have a sound effect button, Misty. You don't have to do your own sound effects.
Sorry. It's our...
There we go. Wacky Wednesday.
We are now going to move on and talk about turkey eggs. Until yesterday when I saw the headline of this article, I looked at Derrick. I said, I've never thought about turkey eggs. Why don't we eat turkey eggs?
That was the name of the article. Why don't we eat turkey eggs?
There's a very good reason. It would be way too expensive for us. Turkeys lay fewer eggs than chickens. Chickens lay like daily.
Right.
Turkeys take a lot longer to mature and they just lay less frequently. So it would cost us about $3 per egg, which of course would make it $36.
$36 a dozen? We almost got there. You know what I'm saying?
We did. We could have moved over and started eating turkeys. But also, the turkey eggs have double the calories and fat and triple the cholesterol of chicken eggs. So people would really be freaking out about that. And in early Europe, whenever we started, eating all this stuff, misinformation spread that turkey eggs might cause leprosy. Discouraging people from eating them. So for a long time ago, we've just looked at them like, I'm not touching that.
$3 an egg.
An egg, yes. So chickens, it's all on you.
The turkeys say, I don't like this turkey. Can we move away from this, please?
Yes, they might start wanting to eat
eggs.
eggs.
Local news from Miss Deborah Pearson. Weather by Southeast Health. Always the right direction. First, this world in national news. Misty and Derrick in the morning with some feel-good music on a Wacky Wednesday. Giving you some wacky facts just to have in your head for no reason whatsoever.
Well, this is... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wait for my wacky sound effects. I put a lot of work into that.
Hit it again.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
Okay, good.
I had to watch a lot of cartoons to get that this morning.
So here's the story. In 1968, Spencer Silver, he was a chemist for the 3M company, right? And he was tasked with developing a super strong heavy-duty adhesive for the aerospace industry. So obviously it needed to be something spectacular. Instead, he accidentally created the exact opposite of that, an extremely weak, temporary adhesive that could be peeled off without leaving a mark. And so that didn't work out. So I had to go back and finish up his other project. He couldn't find a purpose for the useless glue, but he loved it, and he shared with some of his coworkers and colleagues for years what he had discovered. The breakthrough came when a fellow scientist, Arthur Fry, this is how accidents happen, attended a church choir practice, right? And he became frustrated by the paper bookmarks that kept falling out of his hymnal. And then it hit him. He's like, wait a minute. Silver over there, his temporary adhesive, would be perfect for creating bookmarks that stayed in place without damaging the paper. So the idea was developed, and after a successful market test in Idaho, Post-it notes were officially released in 1979.
Post-it notes. You know why they were mostly yellow back in the day?
I don't.
It was because it's the scrap paper that they had. That was just what they had. It was scrap paper. Yellow paper. And I know this for a fact because I got a little bag I carry around. Miss Deborah calls it my man purse, but it's not a man purse, okay? I have a beard oil in there, and it spilled. There was a Post-it note in the bottom. Post-it notes are porous, so the oil made the paper translucent. The writing was still visible, but I could see through it. It was I was like, that's a pretty neat trick.
Did you invent something else
I
off
think
of
so.
the invention?
Well, it's known already. If you put oil or water in it, sometimes it'll make it translucent.
But isn't that amazing?
Or transparent.
How just something that he thought he did it wrong, actually, for his company, the exact opposite of what he was supposed to do, but it turned into something that we use every day, and we love them.
So now that's a wacky fact in your brain you can't get out. These sound effects don't match what I'm saying, do they?
They don't know, but it's good. It's good. It works. It works. I like it.
Misty and Derrick in the morning. Good morning. It's 10 minutes after 8 o'clock, 74 degrees out. Still a little foggy and misty out there. Make sure those headlights are on. It is a Wacky Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday.
This one is a whale of a Wacky Wednesday story.
Okay. November 1970, a 45-foot whale carcass washed ashore in Florence, Oregon. And they we need to do something about this before it starts, smelling the stench and the potential bloating of the body.
Yes.
So a guy at the state highway was in charge of the disposal. He said, you know what I think we ought to do?
Yes.
Get some dynamite and blow it up.
That's exactly how that conversation probably went.
So they decided to blow it up. News media was there for it all.
The dynamite was buried primarily on the leeward side of the big mammal, so as most of the remains would be blown toward the sea. About 75 bystanders, most of them residents who had first found the whale to be an object of curiosity before they tired of its smell, were moved back a quarter of a mile away.
They're away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They explode the whale. And pieces go everywhere, not in towards the sea either.
No.
Everywhere.
There were crashed into cars.
Listen to this. That's whale meat falling.
Yes. Yes. There was a military veteran guy standing around, though, and he had experienced an explosive, and he said to them, that half-ton of dynamite you're planning to use is way too much. Said that a little small
Hold on there,
fraction.
military guy. We're from the city. We know what we're doing.
Yes, that happened too. Yeah, 100-foot high column of sand and whale went up into the air, and then the large chunks of blubber came crashing down, and they showed video of the cars. The cars really did get smashed. Windshields busted. People had to run for their lives as to not get hit with a whale carcass.
Bad idea there. Bad idea.
Yeah.
That really happened, though.
Yeah.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's a brand new day.
Hey, my last chance to use my sound effect. It's a Wacky Wednesday here on the radio station, everybody. In Radio Land.
Yes. Okay, once we wipe that off of us. Let's get into this story about the con man who sold the Eiffel Tower not once, but twice. So in 1925, a newspaper article came out talking about the Eiffel Tower, right? How it was just falling down. The maintenance costs would be too big. The possibility that the city would just be better off selling it for scrap metal, taking it down, don't even fix it. So to most, it was like a little news article, and they were not really paying attention too much. But to the con man, Victor Lustig, it was an opportunity to pull off one of the greatest cons in history. This is what he did. Recognizing the public context of the tower's potential fate, like being torn down, he came up with a plan. He got made fake government stationery from the Department of Post, Telegraph, and Telephone, the agency that was responsible for public buildings, so that made sense. He then invited 5 of Paris's top iron salvage dealers to a secret high-level meeting at a hotel, right?
These were successful businessmen.
Yes. So they're all there, and he introduces himself as the Deputy Director General of the department. He convinced them that the government was planning to secretly sell the tower to the highest bidder to avoid public outcry. But you could see that, right?
And that makes sense.
So he stressed that they had been chosen for their reputations as honest businessmen. Stroke that ego. And that discretion was paramount. They had to be discreet. He had one guy in particular. He knew he was a little blustery kind of guy. So he's like, that's my target right there. He pulled this one guy to the side and he's like, look, I'm an underpaid government official. And all this stuff, this is just a facade. This is not real. But if you want to work something out with me, I'll get you the contract for sure.
A little skinning of the palm.
Yes. And so the con man asked for the bribe. Well, the guy was thinking, this is typical. People in the government are underpaid. They do accept bribes. So sure. So he bought the tower, but obviously not really because it's up. He ran away and got away with it for a little while. And then he had the audacity to go back and try it again. That's when he got caught, and that's when he got sent to Alcatraz. He was one of the Alcatraz guys. And they say that he reportedly even conned Al Capone.
And lived to tell about it. Now, that's a salesman right there.
Big time.
That's a salesman right there.
The Eiffel Tower was almost sold.
Mornings are better with Misty and Derrick in the morning on 99.7 Woof FM.